So, bago po tayo magtungo dun sa equation of a circle, so, una muna natin i-discuss yung distance formula and midpoint formula. So, connected po kasi yun dun sa equation of circle. So, let us start. So, yung lesson objectives natin, we will apply the distance formula to determine the distance between 2 points. So, let us have distance between 2 points. The distance between 2 points is always positive. So, kapag kinuha po natin ang layo ng isang bagay sa isang bagay, so ang magiging distance po nun ay positive. Like for example, halimbawa, ito ang city A. Nandito naman ang city B. So, kapag dinetermine natin and identify natin kung gaano kalayo ang A sa B, so yung ibibigay niya pong distance is always positive. Like for example, 3 kilometers. So, there's no such thing as negative 3 kilometers. So, lahat po ng distance natin ay positive. And then, if A and B are 2 points, then the distance from A to B is the same as the distance from B to A. That is, AB is equal to BA. Okay, so, ibig sabihin lang yan. So, kung ang layo ng city A sa city B is 3 kilometers, and then, on the other hand, yung layo ng city B sa city A is also 3 kilometers. Okay, so wala pong magbabago. So, AB is equal to BA. So, horizontal and vertical distance between 2 points. So, ano nga ba ang pinagkaiba ng horizontal sa vertical distance? So, when we say horizontal distance, the horizontal distance between 2 points is the absolute difference of the x-coordinates. So, para makuha po yung horizontal distance ng dalawang points, kailangan lang po natin i-subtract yung x-coordinates and then kunin natin absolute value difference. So, meron tayo dyan absolute values because wala pong negative na distance. And then, horizontal, ito po yung pahiga. And then, yung kabaligtaran naman po ng horizontal distance is yung vertical distance. So, the vertical distance between 2 points is the absolute value difference of the y-coordinates. So, kung dun sa horizontal distance, sinusubtract natin yung x-coordinates. So, dito naman sa vertical distance, since patayo siya, yun namang y-coordinates ang ating sinusubtract. And then, at the same time, kukunin pa rin natin dito yung absolute value difference. So, again, sa pag-distance po, wala pong negative. So, lahat po positive. Kaya nga meron po tayong absolute value difference. So, let us have example number 1. Find the distance between 1, 3 and 8, 3. Okay. So, kung ipa-plot natin yung A and B sa coordinate plane, ito ang magiging itsura niya. So, for A, coordinates of A, 1, 3, ito siya. And then, for B naman, yung coordinates niya, 8, 3, ito naman siya. So, as you can see, yung ating kukuning distance is yung horizontal distance kasi nakapahiga. Okay, so ito yon. Ayan. So, yung distance from A to B ang kukunin natin. So, paano natin kukunin ang distance nila? So, ang gagawin lang po natin, AB is equal to the absolute value of the coordinates of A, yung x-coordinate niya, which is 1, minus yung x-coordinate ng B, which is 8. So, 1 minus 8 is negative 7. So, the absolute value of negative 7 is 7. So, 7 units. So, ibig sabihin po, the distance between point A and point B is 7 units. So, kapag hindi po given yung unit of measurement, ang inilalagay po lang natin is units. So, again, the distance between A and B is 7 units. So, para patunayan, pwede naman natin ipakita siya. Ito, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As you can see, 7 units nga ang layo ng A sa B. And then, kung ano ang layo ng A sa B na 7 units, ganun din po ang layo ng B sa A, which is 7 units. So, for our next example, find the distance between P, whose coordinates are 3 and 1, and Q whose coordinates are 3, negative 4. So kung ipa-plot po natin yung mga given points na yan sa coordinate plane, so ito po siya. So yung 3, 1, ito siya. So ito po yung ating x coordinate, yung 3, and then yung y coordinate naman po natin is yung 1. Next, yung coordinates naman ng Q, 3, negative 4. Ito naman. So as you can see, vertical distance po ang ating kinukuha. So patayo. So paano natin kukunin ang distance between P and Q? So ganito lang din po. PQ equals the absolute value difference of the y coordinates. So yung mga y coordinates po natin dito, 1 tsaka negative 4. So magiging 1 minus negative 4 then equals the absolute value of 1 minus negative 4, magiging positive po yan. It's because we will change the sign of the subtrahend. And then magiging PQ is equal to the absolute value of 5. So since 5 is positive, kunin man natin absolute value niya, still, positive pa rin po yan. So it means the distance between P and Q is 5 units. So to check, so mag-start tayo sa P, going down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 5 units. Kitang-kita naman. So kapag ang ating mga points, kinukuha natin yung distance, and then hindi naman sila horizontally aligned or vertically aligned, so we'll use the distance formula. So consider the points A and B. So ayan yung coordinates ng A, x sub 1, y sub 1, B, x sub 2, y sub 2. So the distance between 2 points is given by the formula D is equal to the square root of the quantity of y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared plus the quantity x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared. Okay, so tandaan, wala po tayong negative distance. Positive distance po lahat yan. So let us have the illustration. As you can see, nandito po yung ating point A. So ayan siya. Ito naman po yung B natin. X sub 2, y sub 2. As you can see, hindi sila vertically aligned, hindi rin sila horizontally aligned. So, kapag vertical kasi, ayan, dapat patayo. And then, pag horizontally naman, dapat pahiga. So, you can see, diagonally kasi sila. So, kapag ganyan po, kinukuha natin yung distance, gagamitin po natin yung formula for distance between 2 points. Ayan, yun nakalagay. So let us have example number 1. Find the distance between M, whose coordinates are 2, negative 5, and N, whose coordinates are 8, 3. So yung una natin gagawin dito is i-label natin yung coordinates x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Para mabilis po yung ating pagsasubstitute dun sa given formula. So now that we have labeled them, so we'll write the formula for distance between 2 points. And then we'll substitute. So for y sub 2, we'll have 3. And then for y sub 1, we'll have negative 5. So magiging 3 minus negative 5, quantity squared, plus x sub 2, 8, minus x sub 1, which is 2. So once kasi na-label naman natin yung mga coordinates, mabilis na lang po yung ating pagsasubstitute. Next. 3 minus negative 5, magiging 3 plus 5. Kasi i-change natin yung sign. Next. 3 plus 5, that is 8. And then, 8 minus 2 is 6. Then, ang gagawin natin, square natin yung mga nakuha nating sum, 8 tsaka 6. So, 8 squared, or 8 times 8, that is 64, plus 6 square, That is 36. 6 times 6. Next, add natin yung 64 and 36. Sum is 100. Now, d is equal to square root of 100. So, yung last step na gagawin natin, we will subtract the square root of 100. So, 100 is a perfect square. So, d is equal to 10 units. This means that the distance between M and N is 10 units. Our next problem, find the distance between G, whose coordinates are -1, 4, and H, whose coordinates are 3 and 9. So, label natin ulit, x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So, the formula, sulat lang natin ulit. And then we'll substitute. So, y sub 2 is 9 minus y sub 1, 4. And then x sub 2 is 3 minus x sub 1, -1. Next, 9 minus 4 is 5 squared plus 3 minus -1, it will become 3 plus 1. We'll change the sign of the subtrahend. Next, 5 squared is 25. So, 5 times 5, 25 plus 3 plus 1, 4 squared. D is equal to square root of 25 plus 4 squared is 4 times 4, 16. And then we'll add 25 and 16. So, D is equal to square root of 41. So, 41 is not a perfect square. So, to get the approximate value of square root of 41, D is equal to 6.4 units. So, approximate value for D is 6.4 units. So, ibig sabihin, the distance between G and H is approximately equal to 6.4 units. So, kapag po kasi hindi sila perfect square, talagang meron silang decimal point. So, kapag perfect square naman, whole number. So, next problem, the distance between K, whose coordinates are h2, and L, whose coordinates are 10, 8, is 3 square root of 5. Find H. So, dito po, sa problem na to, given po yung distance between 2 points, between K and L. So, all we need to do is to find the coordinate of K, yung x-coordinate niya, na nakalagay po dyan is H. So, yung process po niya, una muna isulat natin yung formula for distance between 2 points. And then, i-label natin yung x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. And then, isa-substitute lahat natin ng mga given, including the distance. So, yung distance po natin dito is 3 square root of 5 equals the square root of y sub 2, 8 po yan. And then, y sub 1 is 2 plus x sub 2, 10 minus x sub 1, h. Next, 3 square root of 5 is equal to the square root of 8 minus 2 is 6 plus the quantity 10 minus 8, h squared. Next, 3 square root of 5 is equal to the square root of 6 squared, that is 36, plus the square of 10 minus 8, so square of binomial. So, square the first term, 10. So, that will become 10 squared 100, and then plus the product of the first and second term or last term multiplied by 2. So 2 times 10 times negative h plus square the last term. So negative h squared. 3 square root of 5 is equal to the square root of 36 plus 100 plus 2 times 10, that is 20, times negative h, negative 20h, plus the square of negative h is h squared. And then we'll rewrite 3 square root of 5 equals the square root of 36 plus 100. Pwede natin yung pagsamahin. So 136. And then minus 20h plus h squared. So paano natin matatanggal ang radical sign? So ang gagawin natin, square natin yung both sides by 2. Yung index po ng square root, which is 2. So magiging ganyan po siya. And then 3 square root of 5 squared. So 3 square root of 5 times 3 square root of 5 is 9 square root of 25 equals 136 minus 20h plus h squared. And then square root of 25 is 5. 5 times 9 is 45 equals 136 minus 20h plus h squared. Okay. And then magiging h squared minus 20h plus 136 minus 45 is equal to 0. And then combine like terms. 136 minus 45 is 91 equals 0. As you can see, meron po tayo ditong quadratic equation wherein kapag pinactor out po natin yung h squared minus 20h plus 91, magkakaroon po tayo ng dalawang values for h. So ano yung factors ng 91 na kapag pinag-add natin, lilitaw ang negative 20, ang coefficient ng h, yung middle term. So negative 13 and negative 7. So magiging h minus 7, h minus 13 is equal to 0. So the value of h here is 7 and 13. So yan po ang mga possible values for h. So our last problem, number 4. Classify what type of triangle whose vertices are A, whose coordinates are 2, 1, B, whose coordinates are 4, 6, and C, whose coordinates are 7, 3. So, yung problem na ito, given po yung mga vertices ng triangle. So, ang gagawin po natin dito is ika-classify natin anong uri ng triangle ang may vertex na ganyan. So, ang gagawin po natin dyan is kukunin natin yung mga distance from A to B, B to C, and A to C. And then, tsaka natin malalaman kung anong klaseng triangle ang ating given. So, ang una muna natin gagawin is lalagyan natin ng mga coordinates yung ating given triangle. Ayan. So, for yung A natin dito is yung 2, 1. So, ito siya. And then, yung B natin, 4, 6. And then, yung C, 7, 3. So, kukunin natin distance from A to B, B to C, tsaka A to C. Tsaka doon, malalaman natin kung anong klase ng triangle siya. So, yung solution natin, so yun nga, kukunin natin distance between A and B, B and C, and A and C to determine the length of each side of triangle ABC. So we're in yung coordinates ng A, 2, 1, and then for B, 4, 6, and then for C, 7, 3. So gamit yung formula for distance between 2 points, malalaman natin kung ano yung sukat ng bawat side ng triangle. So, una muna natin is yung AB. So, sa A, yung coordinates ng A, 2, 1, and then yung B, 4, 6. So, yung coordinates ng A ang magsisilbing x sub 1 tsaka y sub 1. Yung B naman, x sub 2 tsaka y sub 2. So, yung y sub 2 natin dyan is 6. And then yung x sub 2 natin is, y sub 1 natin is 1 squared plus yung x sub 2 natin is 4 minus yung x sub 1 natin 2. AB is equal to square root of 6 minus 1 is 5. And then 4 minus 2 is 2. AB is equal to the square root of 5 squared, that is 25. And then 2 squared is 4. So, i-add lang po natin yung 25 and 4. That is 29. So, ibig sabihin, ang sukat po ng AB is square root of 29 units. Next, sa ano naman tayo? BC. Okay, BC equals, ganun din. So, yung B po, dito naman na magsisilbing x sub 1 and y sub 1. Tapos, yung coordinates ng C, x sub 2, y sub 2. So, y sub 2 is 3 minus y sub 1, 6 plus x sub 2, 7 minus x sub 1, 4. BC is equal to square root of 3 minus 6 is negative 3 plus 7 minus 4, 3 din. Kaya lang positive. So, BC is equal to the square of negative 3 is positive 9. The square of 3 is also 9. So, BC is equal to square root of 18. So, 9 plus 9 is 18. And then, the square root of 18 is 3 square root of 2. It's because meron siyang factor na perfect square. So, magiging ganito siya. 9 times 2. And then, square root of 9 is 3. May iiwan yung 2 sa loob ng radical. So, BC is equal to 3 square root of 2 units. So, yan po yung sukat ng ating side BC. Next, yung atin namang AC. So, AC equals the square root of yung coordinates ng A ang magsisilbing x sub 1 and y sub 1. And then, coordinates naman ng C ang magsisilbing x sub 2, y sub 2. Okay. So, y sub 2 is 3 minus y sub 1, 1 square plus x sub 2, 7. Then, minus x sub 1, 2. AC is equal to the square root of 3 minus 1, 2 square plus 7 minus 2, 5 square. AC is equal to 2 square is 4 plus 5 square, 25. And then, i-add natin yung 4 and 25. Magkakaroon ng 29 na sum. So, square root of 29 units. So, isa-summarize natin yung mga nakuha nating sukat. So, yung AB, square root of 29 units. And then, BC, ang nakuha nating sukat is 3 square root of 2 units. And then, for AC, ang nakuha nating sukat is square root of 29 units. Kung mapapansin po natin, yung sukat po natin sa AB and AC ay parehong square root of 29 units. So, anong uri ng triangle ang mayroong sides na dalawa pareho? Okay, so two sides are congruent. So, yung triangle na merong ganyang property ay tinatawag na isosceles triangle. So, ibig sabihin, triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. It's because two sides are congruent. Kitang-kita nyo naman, nakakuha tayo ng dalawang square root of 29. So, after natin i-discuss yung distance formula, next topic will be midpoint formula. So, that's all. Thank you.